Hey, good morning, Facebook. Hope you're having an awesome morning, having a great walk. Owen and I were just out on our daily beach walk. In fact, I walk this guy about twice a day. Come here, boy, come here. Owen, that's Owen right there. So, hey, come here, say hello. Look at that face, slobber, all the good stuff. Anyway, let me flip this back around. So listen, I want to just come on here for a few minutes, and now's the time. If you have a question with regards to fitness, feel free. Right now is the time. In fact, I suggest you want a little advice. If you're struggling with your fitness and you have a question, the best way to get that solved is not to Google search and try to figure it out on your own, is to actually ask a legit person who knows what they're doing. And while I don't have all the answers, and I never will claim to have all the answers, I've been in this fitness industry, if you will, for the past, I can't even say, you can tell by the whiskers. I don't know, I keep relating to them because every time I do a video, I notice the gray. But actually, I'm not ashamed. Just it's called wisdom. It's my wisdom whiskers, if you will. So yeah, I've been in this industry for 25 years, for a quarter century. And while I don't have all the answers, I've been in a number of different avenues of fitness, so to speak. I've worked in corporate fitness, I've worked in the hospital setting, I've worked in the private sector, I've owned gyms, I now work in the online space. I've been doing that for the past 2.5 years. So I would, if you have any questions, again, and you don't have to take my advice, but if you have a question and you're maybe kind of tired of going through the gauntlet of trying to figure out what or who to listen to when it comes to fitness questions or fitness advice, what should I do? Now, let me just say and preface this that I specifically work with busy moms and dads over 40, and that's just who I can relate to the most. Sorry, my dog is getting a little rambunctious here. Who I can relate to the most, and it's because that's where I'm at in my season of life. So I can help. If you have a question, you're in your 20s or 30s, that's cool. If you have a question, you're older, I've experienced working with all that. But my main niche of clients that I work with are busy moms and dads over 40 who are pressed for time, who need to know what I need to do, how to get it in and get it done, get the workouts in, get them done. What kind of workouts should I do? What are the best? Feel free to ask. Hey, Morgan. Hey, Franklin. What's going on? Guy. Hey, what's going on? Javi, hey, how's it going? Now, if you have a question, feel free to ask right now in the comments. Ask a question. I'll give as good of an answer as I possibly can. Now, I'll just say that it's not like, oh, it's my opinion. This will be stuff that I've actually worked in the trenches with. So if you're asking me about weight training, you're asking about cardiovascular, if you're asking, a lot of times people ask for weight loss. And here's what I realized, and it kind of made me want to go on here. I'm sitting underneath this pier, and if you look, there's all this elaborate, it's kind of like a labyrinth, right? Like all this structure and all this stuff here, right? Like all this woodwork. And I would say is one of the things that I know for a fact with piers, this is kind of the end of it, is that when it comes to like building a pier, really any structure like a home, is that you have to start out with, hey Jim, you have to start out with a firm foundation. That's crucial. So first and foremost, if you have any question, I'm just going to share advice for if you don't have a firm foundation with your fitness. That is the really most important thing when it comes to working out. Now, I'm not just talking about like for weight loss, I'm just talking about fitness in general. Now, it doesn't matter if you're 20 or 30 or 40. Now, your foundation may require some different things, you may need to use different avenues, different tools to get there. But I would say essentially you still need, because if you don't, just as this pier, if this pier was just sitting on top, you know, if those posts weren't dug in the ground, you see, like if there weren't strong bolts, if you see, look at those bolts right there. If they didn't have strong bolts, any kind of tide that would come up would just wash it away, right? And that's the same thing when it comes to working out in your fitness, is if you just wing it, if you just go to the gym and don't have any idea what you're doing, and especially if you're older, you can get injured, and that's like this pier getting tossed away when a big storm comes through. The same thing can happen with you in results, and the last thing I want is for you to get in trouble with, you know, especially if you're putting the effort in, if you're taking the time out of your busy day already to try to get in a workout, try to exercise, try to get to the gym, you know, try to improve your health, or try to at least even maintain it as you get older. You know, at the end of the day, your health doesn't maintain itself. It actually takes being intentional, just like anything, right? Like relationships and with your job and with, you know, you're walking your dog. You got to be intentional with your dog. Hey, let's do a little shot of Owen right now. Oh, look at that face. How can you, like, seriously, look at that face. So cute. But I'll tell you what, I'm intentional with him. I walk him twice a day. If I didn't, he would be an absolute beast. So let me just share that with you. In your pursuit, number one is to have a firm foundation. Now, how do you get that foundation? Okay, I'm gonna answer that for you. If you have any questions, by the way, please don't hesitate to ask. Hey, Sue, what's going on? Please ask me any fitness questions you have. And you know what, if you had one and after I get done here and you still had that question you forgot to ask or it just popped up, hit me up, reach out. You can even send, you can post your comment or question in the comments if you want to reach out to me privately. I'd be happy to help you in any way possible. Now, I'm on a pursuit where you're like, why am I giving out this kind of free advice? Well, what's in it for me? Well, of course, I mean, it's my livelihood, right? I'm a coach, but I'm not here to sell you on coaching. Just wanted to let you know that I'm on a pursuit this year in 2020. I actually made the challenge to myself to try and help over 1,000 people. That's my goal, 1,000. Now, last year being online, I've worked and helped over 300 people. Now I'm trying to triple that. It's my high goal. My vision for 2020 is to help as many people as I can to try to break past that 1,000 mark. I've been in this a quarter century, but I feel like I at least got another 25 years left in me. And as long as I'm on that healthy pursuit myself, why don't I take as many people as I can with me? So listen, firm foundation. So I want to answer, I mentioned firm foundation. Here's the number one thing. If you're trying to get on a healthier path, if you've maybe been down one, you know what that looks like to get back on. You might have not been on the healthy path for 10 or so, 20 years, maybe 10, 15 years, something like that. It's going to be different. Your healthy path is going to be different than it was when you were in your 20s. Now, if you've never been on one, don't think that it's too late to start now. The reality is you can start at any age. In fact, I share this with a lot of my clients, is that I've had as old of a client, well, patient at the time when I was in physical therapy, 104 years old. And you know what? If I can help, and it's not just me, if a 104-year-old woman can get back on her feet after breaking her hip and being able to walk, now she had an assistive device, but she was able to get back on her feet and walk again. If that's possible, chances are you're not 104. And you know what? The likelihood is if you actually put the effort in, you can get out the results that you desire. So if you're trying to get more fit, if you're trying to get on that healthier path, if you're trying to figure out how to do it, two things. Make sure you have the firm foundation. That is crucial. Think of these bolts, think of this video, and think of the firm foundation of a strong pier when they build it. They dig huge holes, they put foundation, they may even put some concrete in there to build that foundation so that the structure maintains itself, and that being your body. So that's number one. Number two is if you don't have any structure, you have no plan, and you have no clue, is to hire an expert, to hire somebody who knows what they're doing. And I can tell you, everybody is a self-proclaimed expert. I don't have all the answers. I'm only one of, I'm sure, thousands that are out there. And again, if this resonates with you and you're looking for real help, I might be that help. In fact, all you got to do, you can send me a message. You can kind of post in the comments. What's up, Jim? Thanks, man. You can post in the comments. You can hit me up with a message. We can hop on a quick call. There's no like sales tactic. If my coaching program is a good fit, then we'll talk about that. If it's not, I'll do what I can to help you, maybe point you in the direction you need so that it'll be best for you to succeed. That's all there is to it, really, truly, honestly. Now, I'll just share that if you're like, you know, I'd like to maybe coach with Mark. First off, I'm not an inexpensive coach. I'll just be flat out honest with you. I've been doing this 25 years. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, not thousands. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars over the past 25 years in education, in continuing education, in hands-on experience, in travel, in mentorship, in coaches. I'll tell you what, right now I have a business coach and he's helped me beyond what I ever could possibly do on my own regarding for my business. And I would love to do the same for you. If that's an interest, it is. If not, if you just have an answer or you have a question you want me to answer, I'd be happy to do that for you. For now, I'm gonna take this beast. Let's say one more of, oh, come on. Look at this beast right here. He's a nice boy. He's wagging his tail because he's ready to walk. He actually wants to find some spots so he can mark his territory. Anyway, I hope you have, oh, he did. He just did it. Good thing I moved as he lifts his leg. I hope you have an amazing, blessed day today. Take care, and we'll talk soon. We'll see you.